Well, here it is, the new street car build, 1980 Ford Fairmont. Pretty much picked this car up quite a while ago now, actually. Back in March, I believe, I bought this car. I bought it, it's a roller, but somebody posted it, I saw it the night, and I was like, I have to have this car because I haven't seen another one in I don't know how long. This car is pretty much my favorite variant of the Fairmont, and when it comes to Fairmonts, I'd rather have a Fairmont over a Mustang. But as you can see, this car is pretty much exactly what I wanted it to be. It's a roller. It's really, really clean. I mean, the car is just pretty much stupid clean. How, you know, there's no rust at all on this car. Underneath, shock tower is nothing. And in here, the car had almost all the interior, obviously, but the bench seat. I've since pieced together this slightly colored, different color bench seat here, but the rest of it's pretty freaking cherry. I mean, the dash is all there. The wire harness is just pulled through the firewall, but the back seat and everything, it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to like take me and my buddies out for a burn down the street or whatever, but I was like, this is perfect. You know, I need this kind of situation. So I'll try not to make this not that boring or too talkative, but pretty much this is the car. Super, super clean. And as somebody already went ahead, painted the engine bay or whatever. The only problem with the whole car is someone annihilated the shock towers. I have no idea why, but they cut out this section here and that section over there. And I still have no idea why someone would do that, but they pretty much freaking destroyed the top of the shock tower, so we need to make new plates for that. But other than that, the car is pretty much perfect when it comes to rust and bodywork and stuff like that. That's all stuff I hate doing. All the glass is really nice in the car. I mean, this thing is just the perfect 80s shit box to make a little street car out of. So pretty much the story with the car is we got the car for, I think he was asking $1,600, and I got the car for $1,400. And it kind of seems like it's a little high. I mean, it probably is, but my thing was I'm not going to find another Ford Fairmont. I've been looking for, I don't know how long, maybe, you know, 3 years, 3 years for a clean Ford Fairmont. And I've seen a couple, but this is by far like the best option I've seen. I mean, I'm talking the East Coast, from the Carolinas up to New England. It's got a little bit of a backstory. Apparently this car is from Ohio, like the state bought it and then the state let it sit for, I don't know, through the 90s. And then someone from Kentucky bought it to make it a race car, and I think he pulled the engine out. He pulled the seat out to put like a race seat in, and that didn't happen. The guy I bought it from, he bought the car to make it a race car, and he had dreams of doing a 350 something turbo Ford, like a 76 millimeter Ford, and he wanted to do all the suspension and shit like that, and he wanted to do it like a drag week car and pretty much make it like a 9-second car. And pretty capable, because this is a Fox body car. I mean, all the stuff from the Mustangs is, you know, the suspension, the motor mounts, the swap kits, whatever, they all swap over, and it's fairly easy if you got money to make a 9-second Fox body. Where I kind of think I made out good is up here is fiberglass for the car. The guy, because he wanted to make a 9-second street car, he's got Glass Tech. I mean, this is new in the box. I was the first one to open it, but he bought the hood, the trunk lid, and the 2 bumpers. That's the box right there, the front and rear bumpers. And that is Jim Plimpton's Futura, Ford Fairmont Futura, whatever. That's a fiberglass bumper with like a 6-inch snow plow, they call it, pretty much. You know, I'll put a little clip in of Jim Plimpton's radio car. It's probably one of the fastest Fairmonts, or Futuras at least, out there. But the guy gave me that. He gave me all this really nice fiberglass. I think the fiberglass, if you were to buy it, is about $1,100 from Glass Tech, but this is all the stuff. I've been collecting a lot of parts for this car. This is all the stuff I've collected, and some of the stuff I got. He gave me a grill and some headlights, some extra stuff that's kind of hard to find. Gave me some fenders and a trunk lid that's laying around here somewhere, but I have the 94 and 5 and 96 plus SN95 spindles. I have the rotors, I have the calipers for the front end swap, SN95 brake booster. I have like 4 rear calipers. I ended up with 2 more. I got some headliner trim, got the coils for the car. I have some eBay caster plates, which are actually kind of nice, a lot nicer than I thought, but I'm just testing that for mock-up purposes. It's all hacked up. Yeah, I'll billet and stuff. Some wheel studs for the 8.8. I have this, I think a 96. I pulled this from the junkyard. This is the 96 SN95 Mustang rear housing. And someone re-geared it to 373s to my very convenient benefit. It has the Ford Track Lock 28 spline carrier in it, and I bought it minus the axles and brake rotors. On the topic of 8.8 stuff, that's a 31 spline carrier because I have axles coming, and I was like, it costs the same to do 28 spline as 31 spline Moser axle, so I was like, well, that's kind of stupid to buy that. But fully adjustable UPR. Rear control arms, upper and lower, all really nice stuff here. QA1 springs, kind of forgot the poundage, I think they're 175s, 14-inch springs. Brand new QA1 A-arms, AJE Crossmember. Got the AJE motor mount plates that fit to the K-member too, so for a LS. And well, the title probably says it, but yes, this is going to be an LS car, eventually forced induction via 80mm turbo or something like that. But I bought this whole setup long before I owned this car, probably almost 2 years now, I would say. This come out of a 05 Chevy Express van, and this is what people like to call the Gen 3.5 motors, because it has the 24X reluctor wheel and it has the Gen 4 rotating assembly. I'm not sure if it's Preston wrist pin or anything, but it doesn't matter. It has the Gen 4 rods and pistons in it in a Gen 3 operating system. Behind that, it's got a stock 2-wheel drive 80E. I always think that the vans have the best setup. Kind of got some of the harness, computer, the non EVAP or EGR intake and manifolds and stuff like that. Flip those bad boys around, put a turbo kit on it. But pretty much for now, the idea is to have a naturally aspirated street car with the easy capability of going turbo. So I want to build the motor, I want to do a cam and springs and gap the rings and everything. Pretty much do everything shy of maybe parts of the fuel system, the turbo kit obviously, and wheels and tires and a nice converter. A lot of workable stuff here to work with. I know it's just a lot of talking, but this is the introduction video. I figure this is probably going to be a very long series, and I have no idea how long it's going to be or how hectic it's going to get, so we're just going to cap it off. If everybody wants to come back to this video and watch how this stupid thing got built, then this is how it is. I actually just got some 2x3 here to make the transmission cross member and the ADE transmission mount, so very close to getting the front end together. Pretty much need plate to plate up the towers and then start plating the unibody where the transmission cross member is going to go, but that's all going to be separate videos. We'll just slap this K-member in, the arms, the coils over the struts and everything like that, make the transmission cross member, slam this rusty pig in there, and then we'll start working on the rear end. Want to put that carrier in, re-gear it, throw this 7.5 in the trash, and you know, build a cool little 31 spline 8.8. You know, just the usual stuff, you know, typical Fox body build. So pretty much this is where I just milk you guys out of saying like subscribe for something to see this, but if you're really that interested, I'm sure you're gonna do that anyways. If anybody's wondering, I was just bullshitting the whole time. We're gonna be doing the Baja Fairmont. Brand new Fox coil over 14. Nah, we're not doing that. Nah.